So, yeah, this one is definitely in the world of the boys. A lot of the stuff takes place in pieces of the timeline, which is nice. Um, but first couple of minutes really shove that down your throat. I don't think the rest of the series will be like that. I think that's more just to establish, hey, this is part of this. Which is why they also have the Homelander statue in every single picture for this. Even when they try to crop it out, it's still there. But yeah, um, the first episode has a lot going on in it. I don't want to spoil too much because a lot of it gets everything kicked off a lot, but they mention something called the Woods a ton, and it's almost horror movie esque. It's very frightening, a lot more frightening than anything else we've seen in the even the first show, which is certainly saying something. This one's going more psychological level than it is going on, you know, pure terror level. Um, the show is really good so far. It's got a lot of mystery in it, and I can't wait to find out the next pieces. Characters are awesome. The power set's really, really cool. Um, whole bird incident, that was cool. I liked seeing that. I don't want to say too much. Definitely go watch it on your own. Uh, yeah, good stuff. So I just got through watching the second episode, and it devolves into the main character kind of being a bit of a dick and ignoring all the characters who helped her out, and using the fame with Vought to become part, like, try to become part of the Seven. At this point, I don't know why you want to be part of the Seven. They're all assholes, and it's been publicly acknowledged at this point that they're all assholes. Anywho, but that's still her goal. And the rest of them are kind of dealing with the fallout over the death of their friend and revealing their friend's brother's alive. And I don't want to say too much more than that because it reveals some of the more juicy details in this episode. Really, really good, and I would highly recommend it. So I just got through the third episode, and this episode is mainly about how Vought officially just comes out. Yeah, we're corrupted. Piss off. We're using you as a guinea pig, and you have nothing you can do about it because you know about our secret lab that we're hiding people and torturing them in. Unless you want to end up there, then you will do what we say, sort of shit. Especially if you want the popularity, the money, and the fame. And, dealing with the fall of their parents and, going, hey, your parents were dicks for putting drugs in you that turned you into a super freak. Yeah, that sort of thing. And then finally, a little more character development with, Flame Boy or whatever his name, Starboy, his brother, and Cricket, which is nice. That was pretty cool. Um, yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is a good series. I not quite as good as the original one, but it's supposed to be a spinoff. It's more just building the world, and we're only 3 episodes in, so it's still building characters. So I just saw episode 4 of Gen V. It was interesting. It has uh Starboy, and it has his brother, and he sees puppets, kind of like we had Black Noir see cartoon characters, but this one's puppets. That scene was grody. Ugh. And we kind of have him and Cricket, having a little bit of a romance, as well as God, Jamie. Yeah, Jamie has a romance with the I'm really bad with the names. Sorry, with the main character you're seeing everywhere with the powers with blood. Um, very good stuff. This is getting interesting with the whole puppets thing and finding small more. It's getting less and less horror like. I thought they were really gonna take a little more of a horror angle, like high school horror thing. I don't know. Yeah, Tech Knight likes to do things. I can't say a lot of what on YouTube, but this episode was bizarre for all the wrong fucking reasons. Yuck. But it was okay. With us being halfway through The Boys Gen V TV series, this might now be a good time to show off our sponsor, J Chilling Inc. Chillingly good clothing, scarily good clothing. If you want to look as good as Homelander, as badass as Queen Maeve, as, well, the Deep isn't all that great, but if you want good clothing, go to J Chilling Inc. So I just watched episode 5, and it is basically them it's basically a middle ground introduction point, I think. I'm not sure whether it's the exact middle point or not. If it is, there'll be an ad break after the middle of this. But yeah, holy crap! This is getting nuts. They're finally finding out who's involved, who's not. I don't want to say the big twist. This episode is mostly just building up to one big twist, which I don't want to say. Definitely watch this series. Definitely watch this episode. Don't want to say too much, but it is very well built up. So I just saw episode 6. And oh my god, the X-Men, sort of feel is starting to kick in strong. It is starting to finally feel, because it feels like they're taking the plot of the mutant genocide, with like the special virus that they had. X-Men 97 has it, or I don't know if it's labeled 97 on Disney Plus, but the the X-Men cartoon from the 90s. And there was basically a plot where there was a disease that was made specifically to be contagious to mutants. Same thing is going on here. I like this plot. This plot has been used in a lot of different ways. The most famous one is obviously X-Men, and this show seems to be a little more inspired by that, with, powers being treated like, the only difference is, I guess, powers, it wasn't just quite free will, but it was given to them still. So that's about like a big difference between the Boys and X-Men. Anywho, a lot of Riverdale comparisons, especially this episode with as much violence, drug, and sex it had. This episode also had a giant puppet fight. If it wasn't this episode, it was the last episode, and I forgot to mention it. But that was amazing. Because I'm watching 2 episodes back to back, so a little bit of details are blending in with both. Yeah, there's how do I put it? A prolonged hugging, in quotation marks, hugging. God damn you, YouTube. You make talking about this kind of shit so hard. Scene, which was a bit much, I will admit. There's quite a few scenes that felt like they were dragging on in this episode. It didn't quite feel filler, as I've heard. But there was a lot of scenes that felt like they were dragged on. The whole Soldier Boy fake out thing was kind of dumb. It was funny as hell, but it was dumb. I don't know, I've seen worse. But yeah, no, this episode was honestly my favorite. I love the little going in everybody's mind, slowly building a little more character, and going up to the final act. This is a building episode. It's not a filler, as a lot of people say. A filler means it's kind of just reinstating points again, which it's kind of doing, but there's a lot of new points slapped in. I feel an 8-episode run is really good for not having that many fillers. Some stuff might be stretched out, but as far as filler really goes, not too much. That is not a problem I've seen with many shows from Prime in general, which is definitely a good point. Yeah. Oh, also, sorry about the confusing message, for the whole promotion thing. I couldn't remember the episode run when I was making the last segment. And I just couldn't remember whether I stitched everything in yet. So that, it might look a little weird. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, it's a very good show, and I am really enjoying it a lot. Thursdays have pretty much become my show day. Um, the Gen V. I have been waiting every 2 weeks because I do this in 2 episode segments when I watch it. So the last day will definitely be the release date of this video. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. A really good episode. It's paced amazingly, and it's got some good jokes. This episode has some pretty funny moments. So, episode sorry, let me figure out what episode it is. 7. Episode 7 really turns everything on its head. Holy shit. Yeah, it makes you see the side of both the the boys and the superheroes on this one. Except now we got a viral disease in the mix. The main villain is just killed, and looks like we're setting up for a new one, and building up to a giant. I mean, there's going to be a giant crossover, but still, we got more characters from the Boys TV series in this episode, and yeah, things are building up to an oh shit degree. Very much oh shit degree, and it ends with off with your head. Whatever, she blows the head off. The musical choices in this and the Boys is amazing. I love it. It's yeah, boy oh boy, everything's building up to the oh shit pinnacle, the run for your lives destination here. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh god, this is a build up episode, and boy oh boy, does it build up. So everybody from the woods, absolutely everybody, was freed. This episode starts out with a goddamn massacre. I don't know who the hell to root for, because I want those people in the office just to be blown to bits. But I'm going, Jesus, some of these people are just kind of minding their own business and getting their fucking face melted off. And then, you have half of them, kind of fighting the other half. And I'm like, I don't really want them to fight each other. I kind of want them to just free those people, and those people go on their own, not murder everything in sight, other than superheroes. And, like, in the end, it's, oh god, and Homelander shows up, beams Marie in chest, and then they get locked up in a panic room. I was begging for Butcher at some point in this, because Butcher would, I don't know, Butcher would be kind of just about as bad. Shit just hit the fan fell right the fuck off. Jesus. They got locked away in some sort of cell without doors or without any way of escape from the looks of it. I mean, there's obviously a way of an escape, but good God. And then Butcher finally finds a school after everyone's been blown the hell up. They kind of twist the story and make Marie gets her arm. Not Marie. They make Marie the bad guy, her group the bad guys, and then they make the Sam and Kate the good guys. Kate gets her arm blown the hell off. I mean, Jesus. I just don't. Good God. I don't know who the hell to root for. I mean, I'm even in the Boys. I wasn't exactly rooting for anybody other than Huey. I guess Emma in this is probably the most rootable for. I don't know. Jesus. It was a very good series, though, but it left on a cliffhanger that's like, I want to see the next season of The Boys now. It's clearly tying into a lot of stuff from that. Yeah, and I think everybody in that panic room, that's going to become patient number 0. Especially with Marie having blood powers, they can use that to spread the virus even faster. without, needing it to be airborne and pin it on one person and still keep political capital and all this nonsense. I think that's where it's going. I don't know. But once again, just Jesus. Just Jesus. Good series, though. Definitely worth the watch. It's definitely going to tie heavily into Boys Season 4. I said Season 3, but I meant Season 4, I think. I think it's at 3 seasons, yeah. Season 4. Or whatever the next season is. But good lord.